what I would like to do is I would like to walk you through a little bit of our philosophy and give you an overview of the project that we have done so far and the project that we're working on, so that you can see how all these criteria, all these philosophy of going about, growing tourism has been already quietly being done by Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. So my presentation will be very brief, and I'm gonna, like I said, mention a few of our investments. Okay. We are the second largest cruise line. Have about 42 ships right now, and we visit about 400 destinations around the world. Of course, some of the destinations are in the Caribbean, and this is the reason why our group was formed to develop the port infrastructure, so that when the ships arrive, there is a good entry point for our guests. We've been developing in phases, create housing for employees. We have to create everything from the ground up. And in 2007, this port was awarded Best Port of the World. So we're very proud. Royal Caribbean only owns a small percentage, about 7.5%, and the rest is owned by local Mexican partners. And we're very happy with the results. You can see the picture there. It's carved, out of the jungle, and it's a good entry point for tourists interested in the Caribbean. The next example is the Port of Honduras. This was a private partnership with the government of Honduras, and we also got financing from a local bank. The Roatan project is so far a $60 million investment. We have created a waterfront community that is able to promote our philosophy of sustainable tourism, where the locals participating in the investment, as well as the activities and everything that goes on in the port. The port is open. It's a public port for all cruise lines. We encourage participation from all tour operators, and we are planning a second phase for the future. At this point, we have reclaimed 3 acres of land, and we have built some facilities there. This picture, so you can see where it's located. At night, we have lighting, so it can be open for events. Again, we're trying to embrace the community. We want this to be used not only when the ships are there, but all the time. 6, this is our rendering for our phase 2, which includes a hotel and a marina. Next port is Jamaica, which is a recent completed project. It was completed in 2011. Again, another collaboration with the Jamaican government, with the Port Authority of Jamaica. And we have been operating the port for 2 years. The cost it had 2 components. It had a maritime component, and it had a vertical construction component. The maritime component was about $132 million, and it was funded by the EKF and the Scotiabank. EKF is the Import-Export Agency for the Danish government, and they provided the financing to the Jamaican government. The Royal Caribbean acted as a developer, and as a developer we managed the contractor, which is the field company from Denmark. And the outcome was this beautiful thematic port that has the feeling and the architectural features of a Georgian architecture. Famos is located between Montego Bay and Ocho Rios, which makes it very convenient for access to the different attractions that exist today in Jamaica. Close to the highway, so it really helped us to build that. This is a superimposed view of the project before we build it. So you can see the triangle on the right is the lines where we reclaim all the land and created a 2-berth. This is how the project looks today. And it was awarded a Best Port of the Year in 2011. Next on is St. Martin. This is a project that we've been investing for the last 6 years. And we are happy to announce that we have commenced design of the project. And we are right now in the phase of negotiating with 3 different financing options. The St. Martin project is a mixed-use development. It includes both residential, commercial, and attractions, and it's going to be able to complement the experience of the arriving guests. Royal Caribbean brings about 900,000 passengers to the island of St. Martin, and this is the Dutch side. So you can see that we have a stake on the outcome of the destination. This is a project site right next to the pier. Walking distance, 10-15 minutes. An overview of the layout, so you can see some of the buildings next to the water. Some architectural rendering. And the next one is Barbados. Barbados is another project that we've been working for the last 2 years, and the government of Barbados asked us to do a feasibility study, which we have completed. The project has already been approved by the cabinet and all the levels of government, and right now we're in the process of, again, like in Jamaica, obtaining the financing for the maritime portion, and Royal Caribbean, along with some local partners, will be developing the vertical construction. This is the master plan layout. As you can see, we're creating 6 berths, and it's going to be a thematic entertainment district for locals, where a project will tie into the existing city grid for the streets, and we'll be able to entertain and create the atmosphere so that visitors and local residents can entertain and attend restaurants and so forth. Shops for locals, shops for cruise guests, combination of everything. The project is about, before I go back to that, the project is about $150 million for the maritime and about $50 million for the vertical. St. Lucia is another project that we've been working for the last few years, and we're very interested in developing this project, and we do want to proceed. And St. Lucia had a change of government recently, so we have to work with the new government to continue the momentum on this. But I believe there's a strong interest in both parties, and it will be about $22 million investment with about 60,000 square feet of retail space, office space, and the purpose is to create a waterfront area that welcomes the guests when they come into St. Lucia. Again, Royal Caribbean brings about 200,000 guests, other cruise lines bring other guests, and we feel that this is a project that will be very important to the community as well. We do this not only in the Caribbean, we do this in other regions. The Med, these are some of the ports that we're working on, and every investment is different. And in the Caribbean, we've done private partnerships, we've done local placements of investment and work with local investors. In Europe, we're doing the same in different countries. And this is, for example, one that we've been working for over the last 5 years in Istanbul. This is the existing port of Galata. It's going to relocate to the Red Circle, which is going to be the Z port, as we call it. And this is a $1.5 billion project. Royal Caribbean is only participating on the cruise portion, which is only $75 million, and will be a 15% investor on that portion. But the project is next to the highway, of course, and this is just a rendering of the project. So again, my purpose was to give you an idea of how our group goes about creating opportunities and investments, and I'm looking forward to meet with if you get interested in partnering with us, investors, banks, local governments. Thank you.